love paying rent? I don't think so. Nobody likes to pay rent. Why would it make sense for you to make someone else rich or wealthy? And we always talk about stop making your landlord rich, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're paying more for that rent than that house is worth. Isn't that crazy? So if you can qualify to rent a home, you may be able to qualify to purchase a home. I'm gonna give you 4 tips today on first-time home buying and what you need to do to get yourself in the best possible position to buy and own a home. Number 1, I always tell first-time home buyers about 6 months before you buy a home, you should get with a lender or a mortgage professional and talk to them about what does it take for you to buy a house. Let them pull your credit and let them tell you where you're at. We don't want any surprises when you find the right house. So let's go ahead and get that conversation out of the way. How do you find a lender? We have some great connections for you. Local lenders, in my opinion, do a great job because they're here in the community. They know the area. They work with local appraisers usually, and they're just, you can go knock on their door if you have a question, right? So you know where they're at. They're not off somewhere in some corporate office, like sitting back with their feet up and only working 9 to 5. So I do recommend there working with someone local. If you are gonna choose a bank, be aware of a couple of things. First of all, bankers are not always mortgage lenders. So they may not be licensed to loan money, meaning that they have to go into the headquarters of the bank to get that approval that you're looking for. That takes time. And banker hours, if you've ever heard of those, are 9 to 5, and that's it. So Monday through Friday, what happens if you're out on a Saturday and you find a house that you love and you need a pre-approval letter? So I'm not saying don't work with banks because sometimes their products are the best for you. What I am suggesting is that you shop around a little bit at the beginning and find the right fit. That 6-month financial check can be a really good way for you to head off any issues down the road, pay off any bills that need to be paid off to make your credit look better, and learn some tips and tricks to boost your credit score in that 6-month period before you buy a house. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, speak to a local real estate agent. Now, you can call us. We get calls and messages and DMs all the time from people saying, hey, I want to buy a house, but I'm not sure where to start. Start with us. We can help guide you through the process. We can advise you on all kinds of things, from what's going on in the market to what to expect to how the process works. And it's really great to find someone that you like, know, and trust. So get on social media. If you search realtors, trust me, you're gonna find a million of them. And sometimes realtors are great because they have funny videos and, great because they have educational videos, but you've got to find the right vibe for you. So make sure that you're, kind of vibing with that person, and then reach out to them, see if you can set up a coffee and just sit down and talk. See if that's a good fit for you before you make a decision. Talk to them about what hours are they available. What happens if a house comes up right now and you want to see it now? Can they do that for you? Some agents are willing to work weekends and holidays, others are not, so you might want to take that into consideration. Tip number 3 for you, timing matters. So if you are currently in a lease and not living with a family member or friend, then the timing of when you purchase a home actually matters quite a bit. You don't want to be homeless. We've never had a homeless client yet, knock on wood, and we never will. Yay! With that timing, it takes approximately 30 to 45 days to close on a house here in the Charlotte area on average. With that timing, if you're ending your lease, you might need a little bit of time to move into your house. We can time your closing so that you get a little bit of extra time. The beauty of buying a house is when you close in 1 month, let's say we close in the month of June, your mortgage payment will not be due until August 1st because you're paying part of that mortgage payment and interest at the closing table. So considering all of that good stuff, you might be able to skip a month of mortgage payment and rent, and timing really does make a difference there. So connect with your agent or call us and we will help you, and we'll get all that timing set up for you. It's really kind of a cool process and a nice little surprise people get. All right, tip number 4, let's talk about money. Okay, so you have to have a certain amount of money to buy a house. You are probably going to have closing costs, and you're probably going to have your down payment. Some loans are 100%. And there are a lot of down payment assistance programs available for people out there. People don't realize this. Down payment assistance is huge. I work with a lender partner, Dana. You guys probably know her.
Hi, I'm Dana.
And she is fabulous. She works with North Carolina Housing and does a down payment assistance program that is phenomenal. And people have really had great results with it. They've loved using it, and it's been a lifesaver. Some people have gotten a home that weren't able to qualify before. Dana is like in the top 20 mortgage professionals in the area, in the state, that does these down payment assistance loans. So give me a call. I will hook you up with her, and she will give you all the deets. When we talk about money, though, it's not just that down payment and closing costs, which is really scary, but you're not going to know how much it is until you actually talk to that mortgage professional. You might be surprised. It might be a lot less than you think. Usually that's the case. So getting that estimate is not going to hurt. It doesn't hurt, right? It's easy to do, and you might be pleasantly surprised at how much money you're going to need or not need to put down. All right, so when talking about the money that's needed, let's talk a little bit about inspections. We highly recommend a full home inspection when you buy a house. North Carolina is a buyer beware state, which means that it is our job to find out any important information about the house for you. So doing a full home inspection can help us uncover some things and maybe potentially get some repairs for you. A home inspection will cost you anywhere between like $350 up to like $600, depending on how big the house is and how old it is. You can also do a radon test, which is it's a gas that's emitted from under the ground. It's odorless and you can't see it, you can't smell it, nothing like that, but it has been known to cause cancer. So we do recommend doing those tests. Usually run about $100 to $150. Then of course, pest inspections. We got bugs in the South.
Kill them all!
It's one of the things I don't love about the South, but there are bugs. So let's make sure that there are no wood destroying insects on the home, right? Termites or carpenter bees, things like that. Because we could always ask for that to be treated as part of our negotiation process. Pest inspection run you about $100 or even less. And then of course you do have to pay for your appraisal, which is the money that you pay to the bank to have a neutral party come out and value the home and make sure that you're not overpaying for it. That'll usually run you anywhere between $500 and $700 on average. That can be higher depending on the home. And then let's talk about contract fees. So every house is different, and I can't tell you like a flat fee for due diligence. We have seen them in the $100 range, and we have seen them in the $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 range. So it can be a lot of money. Most of the time, I would say it is under $5,000. And we're seeing that money get credited to you at closing. So as long as you buy the house, that's part of your down payment and closing costs at the end. So it's not like additional money that you have to come up with. The only time you would lose that money is if you choose to walk away during the transaction. So please keep that in mind. I know I'm throwing a lot at you today. Please drop in the comments any questions you have about being a first-time home buyer. We do hold a first-time home buyer seminar with a mortgage professional, Dana, and we would love to have you come. If you want to come, shoot me a message and I will send you all of the details on the next one that's happening, and we will get you in and get you a Zoom link. It's all done on Zoom. It's very easy. You can ask tons of questions. We love to help you through the process. Please check out our other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Reach out if you have questions, because we are here to help, and I'd love to take you to coffee and just chat with you about your options. Talk to you soon.